Ruthie has the questions and we're going to go ahead and get started. Like the burgundy is such a beautiful deep tone and I just couldn't understand why it never caught on. I do know that we ship to over 24 countries. I guess somewhere in Australia. Well, I kind of give the gal Tabitha who does the hand tooling, I give her kind of free reign and I just tell her, you know, let's do some florals or woodland creatures or, you know, things that are currently trendy, and she just kind of works with that and she does her own thing. She draws a lot of them. So the favorite one that I ever hand tooled was for Amber Dulai, and that was the Fraser family crest for Outlander.
I remember that one. Yeah, that was cool.
As soon as we were able to make more. Yeah. My favorite is probably a distressed Darcy. Like an Odyssey, but without the black ink. Order something from us and you receive it. You have 5 days to basically review it and send it back. After that 5 days is over, you can't send it back anymore. If after those 5 days, the only way you can send it back is if it's in the same condition you received it in. If you roll it as soon as you get it and then you decide you don't like it, or there's something wrong with it other than you rolled it, then you can't send it back. So for your protection, I recommend that you don't roll it unless you're absolutely sure you're going to keep it. But for me, I don't like artificial textures to be added. All the aging that I want my book to have should be natural to me. B6.
B6 too.
I could add the Goudy font in with the pyro and it would be pyrographed on. I could definitely add that. So we do have these coming.
Okay.
We don't have deluxe for those, but they are in classic. The dashboards are made out of 12 gauge vinyl and they wrap around your inserts. You can slide photographs, artwork, whatever you like inside of them and decorate your notebook and personalize it. You can use the slick part to add sticky note, to save a sticky note that you want to add to your planner later, whatever you want. Okay, good question because they both look a little bit similar. So the Maverick is made out of water buffalo, that's true, and the Dr. Jones is cattle, so it's cow.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, if you have an oil tanned leather, like the tote bag is an oil tanned leather. In the industry, it's called oil tanned, even though you cannot tan leather in oil. It's just a term that's kind of used really loosely to mean that it's treated with oil. So anytime you have an oil treated leather, you want to keep it away from a vegetable tanned leather that doesn't have any kind of protective coating on it. So like the patina, you wouldn't want to put that next to you wouldn't want to set it on top of your bag because it'll transfer and it'll get like oil spots on it. If you can copy paste it into the little bars, which there's 3 bars now, I had to split it up because each line can only have 15 characters. So I split it up into 3, but it's still only one price because it takes the same amount of time to do whether it's 1 line or 3 lines. I get asked that actually quite often by local people here if I have ever considered a store. I considered it for about 10 seconds and then I decided it's not for me.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Why?
Let's think,
that was really profound.
why? Well, because having a storefront is 10 times more work than what I have now.
Yeah.
And I don't have the energy to do it. I'm just being straight up honest. I don't have that kind of energy and I can't. Also, I don't believe that my area would sustain a store. So yes, I keep both. I try to journal every day, but mostly I just journal when I'm upset and mad.
Hopefully that's not too many times a day.
It's therapy for me. So if I'm happy, then I just take a lot of pictures. But if I'm stressed out and mad, then I journal. So I used to dye every single piece of leather that went out of the shop. And that was because we used a vegetable tan leather that was unfinished, like the patina, and then we would hand dye it. And volume got so big that I couldn't do that anymore. So I had to come up with a way to have beautiful colored leather without me actually having to do the dyeing. None at all.
What? Yeah. What do you mean?
So the way Chic Sparrow kind of like started as a snowflake and then snowballed and just kind of became a blizzard. So, you know, it just happened, you know, within a matter of 9 months. It just happened, and I don't think it takes courage to do things. Don't shoot me. But I say as I like hide. But I don't think it takes courage. I think it takes determination, and it takes a will that says I'm not going to fail. And you have to wake up in the morning and just not even think about failure. It should never be in your mind that what you want to do that day you could possibly fail at. That just never occurred to me that I could fail, and so far I'm doing all right. Can't complain. You know, I really wish that we could, but our production is so tight. We really don't have time to label each one, and really the coasters are just a gift. And if you really want to know what it is, take a picture of it, share it in the group, and the group 9 times, I would say 9.9 times out of 10 gets it right. So I have more than one TN, but I really only use one at a time. I love to read. I don't have a lot of time nowadays, so I do a lot of Audible, but I definitely love to read. When I was young, I would always have my nose in a book. Yes, absolutely. We're actually working on a set right now, and they will be out very soon. But yes, they will be coming soon. Mm-hmm. If you want to put a protectant on it, you absolutely can. You don't need to condition it unless you live in the Sahara Desert and the air is extremely dry. Then I would condition it. About 6 months after having it, you can put a light layer of conditioner on it and then go another 6 months. Make an appointment with yourself. If you have a goal in your life and something that you want to do that you feel is important for you to do, make an appointment with yourself. Put that appointment on your calendar and say, okay, at this time, for this amount of time, I'm going to do this. Actually engraved into the leather, so it is below the surface of the leather. I don't pick my favorite color, because if it was my favorite color, then it would all be some sort of brown color, because I love the natural brown colors for leather. So I always try to pick fan favorites, because I feel like you guys are the one buying them, so you should be able to have your favorite. My favorite is just a pen and a blank insert. That's all I need. I know a lot of people really love the cute designs and all the pretty things that you can add to your traveler's notebook and just make it look like a work of art, but my brain doesn't want to use that. It just wants to look at it. So for me, I just like the simple elegance of a notebook wrapped in leather with a pen. That's all I need. If I feel like I want to decorate, I'll add some drawings and watercolor it, but that's pretty much it. I barely even use washi tape anymore. Let me explain to you how the stocking process works, because I really feel like this is a very popular question that we answer dozens of times a day via email and phone call. So the reason why we don't give exact dates of when we will restock is because our leather is custom made for us. It's not bought off the shelf. We have it custom made, and we are given approximate delivery dates by our supplier. So I couldn't give you the exact date that is going to restock, because I don't know when I'll have it in-house. As soon as we get it in-house, we start processing it and start production of that particular leather line. Well, we're still doing the pull and we haven't hit the 500 mark yet, so I don't know. They take, like I said before, they take a lot of leather, and in order to be able to even afford to make them, the price would be pretty high. You know, there's a lot of things to consider when adding something that large to my collection, and I'm not sure yet. But the good news is if we do add it, it will definitely be in the creme brulee, because that is by far the most popular leather. That is the B6. I had to go into my analytics on my website to double check and make sure, because recently the A5 is super popular. Like overnight, it just became the size to have, but the B6 is still beating it by miles. So You guys are gonna hate me. It's actually sap green, and I hate green. I don't, ever. I never roll it. I don't believe in it. It's against my leather religion.